Picture everything familiar to you, the walls that enclose you, the expanse of sky overhead, and the faces you encounter daily. Perhaps none of it is genuinely authentic. It's akin to being part of a film, where the settings and personas are merely manifestations orchestrated by a greater, hidden power. What if the objects we interact with and observe are merely the outermost layer of something profoundly larger? Concealed beneath our accepted notion of reality may rest a secret tier of truths so deep they defy our comprehension. For ages, organizations such as the CIA have probed these concepts, questioning if our environment is more an illusory holographic realm than a tangible one. They've examined how our mental states, emotions, and convictions can truly mold our surroundings. Released documents reveal that they've unearthed elements of reality that surpass our conventional sensory experiences. Consider the possibility that our daily experiences don't fully encompass reality. We may merely be grazing the surface of a broader, undiscovered truth. Today, we're set to unearth these concealed truths that have been contemplated by both intelligence agencies and philosophers for decades. We'll investigate the possibility that the key to decoding and possibly altering reality is not as far-flung as we might believe, potentially lying within us. This deep dive into uncharted realms explains why entities like the CIA would invest years delving into these peculiar subjects. In the 1980s, the agency compiled a document known as the Gateway Process. This report shed light on experiments aimed at broadening human consciousness and unlocking new levels of perception within the brain. The experiments sought to determine the extent of human mental reach. Such inquiries hint at a world where our innermost thoughts could be the architects of our reality, suggesting that by understanding and harnessing our mental capabilities, we might reshape our existence. This prospect opens new avenues for both philosophical ponderings and practical applications, inviting us to explore how deeply intertwined our perceptions and realities truly are. Certain meditation techniques might reveal hidden aspects of reality and transform our perception through deep meditation and techniques like hemispheric synchronization or hemisync. These practices could allow us to tap into extraordinary dimensions where the rules of time, space, and matter are entirely different from what we know. These investigations point to the idea that reality could be holographic. Imagine if everything around us, including the universe itself, was just a detailed projection, similar to a hologram where each piece contains the entirety. In such a scenario, our reality would just be a visual expression of deeper information that our minds organize and interpret. This radical concept suggests that if we could tap into and rearrange this encoded information, we could manipulate and change the very nature of our reality. Furthermore, the Gateway Process delved into meditation practices that not only expand our awareness, but also explore other mental states like astral projection and encounters with parallel realities. The CIA's interest in these areas was to figure out how these altered states could be used to shift how we perceive reality. Findings from these studies revealed that our minds, when adequately trained, can transcend the physical confines of time and space. These explorations hint at something profound. Our thoughts, when focused and directed, act like commands interacting with a holographic universe. They are not merely internal reactions. They help sculpt our experiences. The techniques studied show that by mastering our thought patterns and emotions, we can literally change our perception and the events that unfold around us. This opens a doorway to a deeper understanding of reality. If our minds can access these concealed dimensions, it suggests we might be able to mold, adapt, and even transform the reality we encounter. However, To truly leverage this potential, we must dive deeper into how consciousness, thoughts, and the energies we emit are interconnected. First, we need to grasp that our perceptions are not just passive experiences, but are interactive fields where our conscious intent plays a critical role. What we perceive as tangible and real might actually be just a projection, an interpretation of data organized by our brains. This concept becomes even more intriguing when we realize that our consciousness doesn't merely witness this projection, but actively participates in creating it. Quantum physics delves into how observers influence the material world, demonstrating that our consciousness can impact the behavior of subatomic particles. For instance, Heisenberg's well-known uncertainty principle indicates that simply observing a particle can alter its state. This suggests that the reality we encounter is malleable, shaped by our presence, expectations, and thoughts. This idea isn't confined to the microscopic realm of quantum mechanics. Neuroscientists, too, are discovering how the brain processes and constructs what we perceive as reality. The external world as we know it is actually a construct of our brain, pieced together from sensory inputs to form what we believe we see around us. However, the critical takeaway here is that this construct is deeply influenced by our mental and emotional states. Consider this: each thought we have emits a frequency, a vibration that interacts with this holographic universe. Our ability to influence this holographic reality isn't just theoretical, it has practical implications. By understanding how our perceptions are formed and influenced, we can learn to control and even reshape these perceptions to enhance our experience of life. This capability of altering our perceived reality opens up possibilities for personal development and growth. For example, by aligning our thoughts and emotions with the outcomes we desire, we can effectively mold our experiences to our advantage. Moreover, the implications of such knowledge are profound. If we can train our minds to consistently emit positive, constructive frequencies, we might be able to not only change our personal experiences, but also impact the world around us. The idea that we are co-creators of our reality empowers us to live more intentionally and mindfully. It challenges us to take responsibility for the energy we bring into our space and encourages us to cultivate a mindset that promotes positivity and growth. As we explore these concepts further, it becomes apparent that the way we interact with and interpret the world can be transformed through conscious effort. This transformation is not just about personal enlightenment, but also about creating a collective impact. Imagine a society where everyone understands and utilizes their ability to shape reality. Such awareness could significantly alter our approach to health, relationships, and societal structures, leading to a more harmonious and productive world. This potential starts within each of us, as we learn to navigate and harness the power of our thoughts to create the reality we envision. The reality we often accept as solid and unchanging is more malleable than it appears, significantly influenced by the vibrations we emit. Whether we experience fear, happiness, or any other emotion, these vibrations shape the energy around us, and in turn, our reality starts to mirror these emotions. If we think of reality as a hologram, it becomes clear that our consciousness acts like a lens. Our thoughts, feelings, and reactions filter the information from this holographic universe. In essence, our minds project, and the world adapts in response, reflecting our beliefs, many of which are subconscious. Experiments such as quantum entanglement, which Einstein famously referred to as spooky action at a distance, demonstrate that particles, no matter how far apart they are, can affect each other instantly, as if linked by an unseen force. This indicates a fundamental interconnectedness of all things, including our thoughts and the reality we experience. In a holographic universe, every thought, emotion, and intention acts like a piece of code that communicates with this system, making us both receivers and broadcasters of information. Thus, the world acts as a reflection of the frequencies we emit constantly. Meditative practices that have been explored by organizations like the CIA show that it's possible to refine our consciousness and tap into deeper perceptions where the usual rules of our physical world don't apply. This insight leads us to an intriguing realization. The reality we perceive is not just a passive backdrop, but is actively shaped by our internal state. This concept of a participatory reality suggests that by consciously adjusting our thoughts and emotions, we can directly influence the unfolding of our experiences. Imagine being able to cultivate a positive mindset that not only changes how you perceive the world, but also alters its very structure to reflect positivity and success. The implications are profound, especially when considering the collective potential of shared human consciousness. Moreover, understanding this dynamic allows us to harness the power of our minds more effectively. By realizing that we are not mere observers, but active participants in crafting our reality, we can take greater responsibility for the energy we contribute to the world. It's akin to programming the universe with our intentions, where focused, positive thoughts can manifest corresponding outcomes. As we dive deeper into these concepts, it becomes apparent that mastering our mental and emotional states could unlock new dimensions of existence. This would not only revolutionize personal development, but could also lead to significant advancements in how we handle global challenges by collectively tuning in to frequencies of harmony and innovation. Thus, exploring and applying these principles could be the key to not only personal fulfillment, but also to societal transformation. Reality is not something forced upon us. Rather, it evolves from the interplay between our thoughts and our perceptions. Our consciousness continuously molds our perceptions, demonstrating that by changing our thoughts and emotions, we can shape the reality around us like a hologram. But how exactly can we use our thoughts to actively form this holographic reality? The key is in recognizing how well-guided thoughts and emotions can bring about concrete changes in our world. Thoughts go beyond mere mental activity. They are vibrations that influence the energy field around us, altering and defining our life experiences. Every thought and experience impacts the structure of our brain. Consistent thoughts reinforce specific neural pathways, gradually forming habits that not only influence our behaviors, but also our perceptions and interactions with the world. Imagine thoughts as frequencies. Each thought emits a specific vibration that interacts with the holographic reality. For instance, when someone consistently focuses on a particular idea, those vibrations shape their experiences. The brain, molded by these patterns, begins to search for external signs that affirm these internal states, effectively creating a filter through which reality is perceived. Research on mental visualization, often employed in training elite athletes, shows that imagining a successful outcome can affect the body similarly to actually engaging in the activity. For example, when an athlete visualizes running a perfect race, the brain activates the same neural pathways as it would during the actual race. This suggests that the mind, when envisioning a desired outcome, primes the body and the external reality to align with that vision. This interconnection between thought, perception, and reality opens up profound possibilities, By mastering the art of thought and visualization, we can not only enhance personal performance in various fields, but also potentially influence broader aspects of our lives. Moreover, this principle can extend to collective human endeavors. If groups of people learn to harmonize their thoughts towards common goals, the cumulative effect could lead to significant social and environmental transformations. Furthermore, understanding this dynamic relationship provides a powerful tool for personal development and societal change. It emphasizes the responsibility we have over the quality of our thoughts and their impact on our world. By nurturing positive, constructive thoughts and aligning them with our actions, we can shape a reality that reflects our aspirations and values. This realization not only empowers individuals, but also calls for a collective effort to envision and create a better future. Visualization can be a powerful tool in any aspect of life: health, relationships, career, you name it. By concentrating your thoughts on what you want to achieve, you are essentially tuning your mind to a specific frequency that changes your perception and draws situations, people, and opportunities that match this frequency. The mind doesn't really differentiate between what's real and what's imagined. To the brain, both are just stimuli that provoke both physiological and energetic responses. However, to actually use these thoughts to shape your reality, you need to consciously manage them. Often, our thoughts follow repetitive and automatic cycles, shaped by past experiences and hidden beliefs. This habitual loop is what often keeps people stuck in the same old patterns, unable to escape the cycles that dictate their lives. Breaking free requires noticing these patterns and actively changing them. Here, meditative practices play a crucial role, not just in calming the mind, but in broadening our awareness and tapping into deeper realms of reality. Meditation is more than a method for relaxation. It's a gateway to unlocking the vast potential of the mind and our consciousness. During meditation, we enter a quiet space where we can observe our thoughts without being overwhelmed by them. This observant state helps us interrupt our automatic mental habits and connect to higher frequencies of awareness. This change in mental frequency directly influences how we engage with our environment. Declassified studies, such as those associated with the CIA's Gateway process, delve into advanced meditative techniques that utilize technology to align the brain's hemispheres, a method called hemisync. The principle behind hemisync is straightforward, yet profoundly impactful. By harmonizing the brain waves across both hemispheres, we can reach altered states of consciousness that are usually inaccessible during our normal waking life. These states enable us to explore both internal and external realms far beyond our typical daily perceptions. Such practices demonstrate that with the right training, the mind can be conditioned to operate at higher levels of consciousness. These enhanced states not only provide a new perspective on reality, but also empower us to actively mold and influence our surroundings. By harnessing the power of our thoughts through practices like visualization and meditation, we unlock new potentials within ourselves to reshape not only our personal experiences, but also impact the world around us in meaningful ways. During intense meditation sessions, individuals often enter states where the distinctions of time, space, and matter become indistinct. They share incredible experiences such as astral projection, feeling as though their awareness separates from their physical form to traverse various realms. Other frequent experiences include clear visions, encounters with supernatural entities, or instances of complete consciousness where one senses a union with all that exists. These significant states are not only spiritually captivating, but have also been examined by the CIA for their capacity to drastically shift our perception of reality in ways we can't yet fully comprehend. Meditation provides real, measurable benefits for both mental and physical health. During meditation, the brain transitions to slower wave patterns like alpha and theta, associated with calmness, creativity, and recovery. This demonstrates that meditation not only opens us to inner experiences, but also positively influences our overall health and mental state. One of the most striking transformations induced by meditation is how we perceive time and space. In deep meditation, time may seem to flow non-linearly, presenting itself as a timeless now that offers profound insights and reveals that time, similar to reality, is merely a mental construct. Living in this awareness alters how we interact with time, significantly boosting our capability to enact changes in the tangible world. This evolved understanding of time is vital for effectively transforming our reality. If our reality is sculpted by our thoughts and intentions, then being in states of consciousness where time is malleable allows us to influence not just the present, but also the future and even the past. Time thus ceases to be a linear journey and turns into something we can sculpt with our consciousness. Many spiritual and mystical traditions highlight the importance of meditation for those seeking to go beyond the physical limits of existence. Additionally, meditation serves as a potent mechanism for purifying our energy fields. During these practices, negative emotions like fear, anger, and uncertainty begin to fade, replaced by higher, more constructive energies such as love, appreciation, and tranquility. This purification is essential for deliberately and positively transforming our reality. By clearing our emotional and cognitive states through meditation, the reality we envision and create becomes more transparent and affirmative. In this manner, meditation not only cleanses our internal perspective, but also amplifies the clarity of our consciousness, enabling us to project a more precise and favorable reality. This not only fosters personal development, but also aids in the collective betterment, forging a communal reality that resonates with positive energy and desirable outcomes. As we delve deeper and continue to apply these practices, the line between personal transformation and widespread societal change starts to fade, illustrating the powerful influence of individual consciousness in shaping a united reality. This ripple effect showcases how each person's inner journey can catalyze broader, more meaningful transformations across communities and cultures. Unhindered consciousness boosts our capacity to reshape reality, a process significantly amplified by engaging in deep meditation that connects us to higher vibrational levels of existence. The effects on the holographic representation of our world are significant, yet it is the heart that plays a critical role in this interaction. Studies show that the heart emits an electromagnetic field that interacts with our environment, spreading out several meters from our body. This field is deeply influenced by our emotions, while our thoughts set the course or focus of this energy. Take real-life examples, for instance. Ever entered a room filled with tension and instantly felt its heaviness? This happens because the energetic aura of those present in the room affects your own. On the flip side, when you're feeling upbeat and self-assured, it can seem as though everything in the universe is conspiring to ensure your success. Opportunities appear to arise more effortlessly, and interactions are smoother. This active modulation of reality by our emotions and thoughts highlights that the holographic field around us is flexible. It shifts in response to the internal states we uphold. By tuning into our emotional and cognitive patterns more deeply, we can begin to purposefully mold this field, altering the frequency with which we interact with reality. The key to reshaping the holographic landscape of our existence lies in aligning our thoughts and emotions in a cohesive and optimistic way, thus generating an energy field that resonates with what we aim to achieve. This process is continuous, and the more mindful we become of it, the better equipped we are to steer reality in our preferred direction. Every action we take modulates the frequencies we emit, tweaking our perception and opening up new possibilities. As we have seen, the mind casts projections, and the world adapts in response. This brings us to an essential inquiry. What type of reality do you intend to manifest? I appreciate you coming along on this journey. If this message has struck a chord with you, I encourage you to like and subscribe to Luminara. Share this video to spread this insight further. And please leave your thoughts, reflections, and experiences in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in, and I eagerly anticipate our next encounter.